going on, y'all? Hey, Ronnie, they see it.
They better see it.
They see it.
I know they see it. I see it. I feel it.
First off, welcome back, everybody, to a new episode built by the Red Stick Podcast. We always leave y'all with same time, same place, same producer.
And you got on me about that last episode. You got on me. Let's get on Ken.
We're still in the same producer. We're still the same time. Our studio is upgraded. Another episode though, built by the Red Stick, brought to you by Elevate Treatment and Legacy Center. You see the sign. You see the sign. We got our logo, baby. We got our logo, dude.
Mama, we made it.
dude. So look, we're super blessed to bring this back to y'all. It's your boy Ronnie LaDuff,
the one, not only
Michael Oakley.
Yes, Lord. Alhamdulillah.
And man, we've got just the two of us today. New studio break-in. It had to be us.
He told us, he was like, look, man, y'all been doing so great. You know, y'all subscribers been so great. The comments been so great. Y'all allow me the ability to upgrade. So it's because of us, built by the Red Stick, in this new studio. So we want to send a special thank you to y'all.
And it's because of our producer that Built by the Red Stick is where it's at. It's a reciprocal relationship.
It's a Kobe Shaq.
It's a Kobe and
Jordan
Shaq.
Pippen.
Big news.
Huge.
Big news. So, this episode is going to drop for y'all on October 11th.
October 11th.
Which means that we are officially opening the partnership between Built by the Red Stick and
Sidekicks. You see it.
These shoes dropped when?
Saturday. Two Saturdays ago. Yes.
And so if you locked in with Sidekicks, you were able to get these no hassle.
If you didn't,
you didn't get them.
You're looking at them on the screen
You're looking at them on the screen because it's a hard shoe to get them. Hard shoe to get.
Hard shoe. They sold out. But you see, they right here.
So
we don't miss.
He don't miss. Sidekicks.
If I don't miss, you don't miss.
Yes,
so
Lord.
We don't miss.
Yes,
we don't miss nothing.
So I'm going to break down in depth what the contest is going to be.
They need to hear it.
So in partnership with Sidekicks, there is going to be a video between October 11th and the final episode of November that we are going to say a catchphrase.
Yes.
That catchphrase is going to be built by Sidekicks.
Oh! Say it one more time.
Built by Sidekicks.
Mama, we made it.
So at any of the next 7 to 8 episodes, if you hear
Built by Sidekicks
said from either one of us, and like we said in the previous, it can be in the beginning of the episode.
Come on.
It can be in the middle of the episode.
Come on now.
It could be in the end of the episode.
Come on.
We can turn it off, come right back on, and be like, built by Sidekicks.
Yes, Lord. Producer can jump out.
Come through the door.
And just fall on the floor and say, built by Sidekicks.
Built by Sidekicks.
Yep.
That will trigger the submission portion of the raffle, right? So what does that entail? So once you hear that, and look, we've said it a couple of times, and we're going to say it a couple of times this episode just to remind y'all, this is not the episode. This is not the episode.
So the October 11th episode, which is when they're hearing this,
is not the episode.
This is just the announcement.
This is the announcement of the episode. So when you hear us say in a future episode,
yes,
built by Sidekicks, you are going to have to do a couple of things to get registered for this contest. First, you're going to have to
write this down if you need to.
First, you're going to have to be a subscriber.
Got to be.
So go ahead and subscribe now.
You gotta be.
Go ahead and subscribe.
Subscribe. And look, I bet you got Netflix, Hulu, Paramount.
All cost money.
I bet you got all that.
All cost money.
It's free.
Free.
So
you're going to have to be a subscriber.
Got to be.
You're going to have to like the video.
It's easy.
Yeah. Just hit the little thumbs up on YouTube.
If you don't like us, like it.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. So you're going to have to like the video. You're going to have to comment on the video.
Comment
But on the video.
Not the keyword, correct?
Do not comment the keyword. Just leave us a comment on the video. Then you'll have to share the video. And you will also have to DM one of 3 people. You will have to DM the code word, which is
built by sidekicks.
You'll have to DM Ronnie LaDuff on Facebook
That's I.
and say built by sidekicks and leave a time marker for when you heard it.
Yes,
You can DM Michael Axelrod Oakley on Facebook.
that's him.
Leave DM me the catchphrase.
Catchphrase with the timestamp. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Or you can DM the Built by the Red Stick page.
That's us.
The same catchphrase with the timestamp. Those 5 things done. Like subscribe to the YouTube page.
Check.
Subscribe to the YouTube page. Like the YouTube video.
Check.
Comment on the YouTube video.
Check.
Share the YouTube video.
Check.
And DM us.
DM us. That's
one of us. You don't
simple.
have to DM all 3. You just have to DM one of us.
That's simple.
If you do those 5 things, the next week after we air that video, and like I said, it can be anywhere between the video that comes after October 11th or before the final video of November. When we drop that catchphrase, you'll do those 5 things. The video after that, we will have a live spin on this TV. We're going to have all those subscribers' names who qualify. We're going to spin that, and it's going to pop up who the winner is.
Yes.
What are you winning exactly?
Ronnie?
Owner of
So,
Sidekicks.
that depends on when the actual winners are announced.
So-
because they go ahead.
Are we going to allow the winner to access that free pair of shoes at any point? So from that point,
Yes.
any release that comes out, they just come to Sidekicks and say, hey, I'm the winner. I want to cash in my free pair of shoes.
That's exactly what I was
Okay,
about to say.
okay.
So depending on when the video is dropped, of course, you know what I mean, if we have to get a later pair of shoes that was dropped, we don't mind. But you can come to me and say, hey, I want the ones that come out November 23rd. Or, hey, I want the ones that come out for Christmas. Or, hey, I want the ones that come out in January of 2025. Whatever the case may be, as long as you are subscribed, as long as you share it, as long as you like it, as long as you comment on it.
I got him singing again.
We got him singing again,
baby.
Stingers. No, I can't stop. As long as you DM the keyword to I, Ronnie LaDuff, he, Michael Axelrod Oakley, or the Built by the Red Stick Facebook page, maybe even a TikTok page as well too. Just Facebook. Okay, we're gonna keep it even more simple. Just the Facebook page, Built by the Red Stick. As long as you've done all 5 of those, and then we come to the episode and your name is pulled on the magical wheel that we're gonna have, then you win your free pair of shoes of your choice.
That's awesome.
It don't have to be the one coming out that weekend.
That's awesome.
It don't have to be the one that came out a week before.
If they want to hold on to it for 6 months.
You know what? It's a lifetime redeemable voucher.
Yes, indeed.
The only catch is that it's one pair.
One pair.
So I said between a 2C in toddlers and a 14 in men.
Yep.
So anywhere 2C, 3C, 4C, 5C, 6C, 7C, you get the drift. I ain't gonna go all the way up and waste y'all time like that.
One pair.
One pair.
So if you win, you got the choice. You can get them for you.
Yep.
You can get them if you're married. You can get them for your bride.
Yep.
Or if you're a woman who wins, you can get them for your hubby.
Yep.
If you got kids, you can get them for your kids. But you're only getting one
pair.
You're gonna have to buy the rest. You're gonna have to buy the rest if you want matches.
A side piece, that's none of our business. You can get them for the side piece. Side kick, side piece, side tooth. Y'all thought I forgot.
Dude. So, look, we have officially opened it.
We've officially opened it.
Dude, it's out there.
Thank you for allowing sidekicks to be a part of this, man. You know what I mean? It's all, that's what it's about,
love
man.
is, bro.
That's what love
I wanna
is.
see you eat. You want to see me eat. We want to eat together.
Yes.
I mean, look, there is no me eating without you eating. If I'm down to my last piece of bread, you getting half of it, baby. Half of it, baby.
The table is bread, baby.
Yes, indeed, man. Dude, so I gotta talk about something.
Talk about it. I'm
gotta
here
talk
for
about
it. You
something.
know I'm always
I gotta
here
talk about
for it, baby. Talk about it.
So I have a motorcycle.
I'm sorry, I ain't laughing.
A couple of weeks ago,
Yep.
somebody came to my driveway
How dare them?
and stole my bike.
How dare them?
So my neighbor had cameras at his house, and so I went over there. I asked him. I said, "Hey, man, you mind checking the footage? I went out of town that weekend because it was actually stolen the day after my birthday.
Right.
And so I had gone out of town that weekend, and I came back, and he knocked on my door, and he had a little flash drive, and he gave me the timestamp of when you could see the guys walk up. He said you couldn't really get a clear face shot of their face, and so me being the pessimist that I am, I'm like, okay, cool, bro. I'm like, I'm not getting the bike back, right? Whoever stole it, chopped it up for parts.
It was a little more rated R worse than that, but we gonna keep it PG right now.
I was like, I'm not getting it back, right? Like, BRPD is not concerned about this stolen motorcycle. I gotta give my flowers to BRPD and the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office.
Yes, you do. I'm glad.
They get a lot of hate.
Yep.
I'm sometimes a member of giving them hate.
Yep.
But I gotta give them their flowers today. They not only found my bike.
Yep.
The guy who stole it was still riding it. They called me. I was able to pick it up today and get my bike back.
You got your bike back.
I got my bike back.
I
So look. I still think, never mind, I'm not even going to preface it with anything. Shout out
BRPD
and East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office for serving
and I got to apologize to BRPD too, because while we was on that same phone call and they was taking long to come, I said you probably should have told them you had a black guy trying to get in your house. I'm sorry. That was probably but what I was doing in that moment, trying to make light of the situation, because you was hot.
I was hot, dude.
You was hot,
I was hot, bro.
And so I was hoping you would laugh, because normally you would kind of laugh, but like you was so hot.
I was hot, bro.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Like,
you mad, man.
Bro, I'm dropping F-bombs. I'm like, they just stole my mother-loving bike, bro. I'm out here trying to do good.
Got the podcast, talk about love, and you was come steal my bike. But we got the bike back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, so that means you got to let me ride it, bro.
I'm not letting you ride it.
Karma is real, bro.
Well, first I got to get a new ignition switch because they drilled out my ignition.
It's the remix to ignition.
Hey, whoa.
Oh, wait. Wrong ignition? I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, not even that. I don't know if we can, that's a hot topic right there with Diddy.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I'm sorry. I listen to gospel music now. Shout out.
Last episode was fire.
Calvin Brown,
Last
man.
episode was fire, man.
So I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but man, I got some people wanting to like book him.
Yeah.
For events, and I hadn't even told him that yet. I'm sorry, Calvin, for leaking that right now, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't even tell you. But they seen that, heard the music, and like they wanted to come do some stuff in November. So that's cool.
It was so powerful, man.
Yes.
He has a great testimony of trials and tribulations and overcoming. And that's what it's all about, dude. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's always just a pleasure. Cause like we know our struggles.
Yep.
We could talk about them forever, dude, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of overcoming. But I give him his flowers because that was a great interview.
Super powerful.
Great interview, man.
Great addition to what Built by the Red Stick is.
Absolutely.
Great addition to beating the stereotypes that we always talk about. You know what I mean? That we face daily. What
y'all think about the new studio, baby?
Listen, I really wish we could turn the camera around and let them see it. So I'm gonna try to give y'all a visual real quick. So when you walk in, it's like a desk for a receptionist. In the future, we might have a job for a receptionist. You know what I mean? Then he got like his own like producer booth, and then you just boom step up in the room in here. Man, you got drinks in here for you. Not alcohol, because we all in recovery. I promise you, it's just like Sprites and water and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you got the lighting, bro. You got a bathroom.
He killed it.
Bro,
he killed it.
He did this for us because this looked like something we would do. He ain't gonna say it, you know what I mean? Because he don't want to buck our head up. I know he did this for us, bro. He was waiting on us. How ironic that as soon as 4 episodes in the new studio already. But I gotta say something too real quick, man. I gotta get this off my chest. Because I would be doing a disservice to our listeners, and I'll be doing a disservice to you. I hadn't even talked to you about this yet. This fresh. So by the time they hear this, it'll be old. But this just happened, and so, dude, I was supposed to take my daughter on a date. My oldest daughter, Naya.
Okay, we've talked about
We've
the
talked
relationship
about that,
a
building
lot.
that relationship
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
episode, and
a couple episodes.
and then mainly the last episode, like getting even more deep into it. But yes, every episode we've pretty much touched on it, and so, man, I told my baby I was gonna take her out on a daddy-daughter date, bro, and forgot, bro. So here's the thing. I know, bro. It's hard. I'm trying to keep my composure.
I know.
So when we make, and I'm not making any excuses. I'm not making any excuses.
You dropped the ball. You
dropped
own the drop.
ball.
You're owning
I'm
it.
owning up to it. It's events that led up to it that caught. So you always make the joke about me working 17 jobs.
Absolutely.
We had a huge shoe release that weekend, and in the midst of just work, going out of town, because we made the plans like a week and a half in advance, and I didn't put it on my calendar. But I have all the other stuff on my calendar, the speaking engagements, this, that, and the third. And so I'm finishing up what was left over from Saturday's release. I'm finishing up on that Sunday. I'm in New Orleans. My baby texts me like, hey, we still going out to eat? I could have drove off the, excuse my language, the fucking spillway. Because here I am in New Orleans, and didn't remember until she sent me the text. So this is me publicly apologizing to my baby Naya Ariella Duff. Daddy love you to death. I promise you, I'm gonna make it up to you. I think you are every moment, every movement I make is with, especially you and mine. Not to show favorites, but like you was my first. You was my first daughter, my first real love, and I promise you I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna get better, a better schedule. But yeah, bro, I dropped the ball, dude.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball bad, and she says she's not hurt, but that's what you supposed to say. That defense mechanism, she get it from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
And
it hurted me, bro.
And it's, dude, like, I mean, I've had moments where, I've told my son, like, hey, we're going to do this, and things come up, man. And like you said, there's really no excuse for it, because I've always been told we make time for what's important.
Yep.
And when we miss an event, that's not saying that they're not important to us, but in that moment, there was something that clouded our judgment. And look, I'll be the first one to say it, and you'll echo it, and we'll probably echo it to the end of time. We are not perfect. We talk about it all the time, man. We are just human beings, man. Like, yeah, you have a lot of great stuff going on in your life, and I have a lot of great stuff going on in my life. But we allowed to mess up too, man, in all areas. And I don't think it's about the mess up. It's just like anything in life, man. It's about how we pick ourselves up off the floor when we get knocked down. And dude, like, that's something that I have to be better at, is like that engagement with my son, especially my oldest. Like my youngest, like, I ain't got no choice but to engage with him. He all over the place, and he's
Mojo ain't playing no
20 months and some change. He's almost 2 years old. And so he's like, yeah, I got to. But so many times, like, I'll tell my son, like, hey, we're going to do this, and something comes up, man, and I miss out on it. And, I'm super blessed. In a couple of weeks, man, me and my little dude are going on a vacation together. So, and there ain't no getting out of that.
Due to the person that was stealing the motorcycle, we're not going to tell you exactly when he's going out of
Yeah, never mind. I lied. I'm not going out of town. But no, so like I'm super, super pumped about that experience with him, dude. Like I will tell him this, because he loves watching us. He loves watching us. So I will tell him this.
the G-Money.
G-Money.
This is your segment. This is your shout out.
If you lay your hands on another student at school before we go on this trip, I'm going to be going by myself.
Nah, I'm going to go with
you. You going to come with me?
I'm going Uncle Ronnie going. I'm going to enjoy that
Man,
trip.
dude, that's been a battle with me right now, bro.
Man, bro, you know what?
And like, I don't think it's like anger. I think it's boys being boys. But there's a time and place for that, man. And school isn't it.
You have to understand, Grayson is 6 years old.
He's not 6.
7.
He's not 7.
8.
8.
8. Even worse.
You undershot the hell out of my son.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, I messed up with my own kid. You think I'm gonna get it right with yours? But because I just had an episode with my son last week at school. Somebody threw ketchup at him, he threw it back. I guess him trying to defend himself and tell the teacher why he did it, they took it as disrespect. Anyway, he got in trouble before I took his phone. But then I had to and Kayla helped me realize this, he's a kid. Dude, when I was 9 and 8.
Dude, that is the hardest thing for me to balance is my son is not a bad kid.
He's just active.
He's active.
He's active.
But school, and I feel for the teachers, man. I feel for it. There's a lot of kids, and dude, his school is great. I shout out Basis Mid City, bro, because
They put up with some stuff.
It's a long story with my son, and I'm not gonna get into it all right now. But there's some shots that I could take at some school systems that I'm not going to. But
because we bigger than that.
But Basis, not all the time.
Oh,
not all the time.
Off the camera, we'll be smart.
I get worked up enough on the camera. I'm taking them shots, baby. But they it's really good. They do really cool things with teacher aid. So there's more teachers present with the students and stuff, so that it's not just the one teacher to all the students. But that balance of reprimanding him for doing something at school, while also recognizing that boys, and I mean kids, not even boys, because I'm not gonna stereotype it, right? Because that's what we battle against, right?
Right.
Kids will be kids, man, and so there's me learning that patience and that balance of okay, yes, we're gonna have a talk about it. Yes, we're gonna have a slight consequences.
Right.
We're gonna have consequences for our actions, because I don't want him to grow up thinking that there's no consequences for his actions.
100%.
But I also want him to understand that there's redeemable things that you can do in life, right? Who am I to say that people can't be redeemable? I was that kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably hard for you to understand that because you never got put out of school, you never had issues, you never had to relocate schools and stuff like that. So I know it's hard for you to be what? Oh, that happened. Oh,
dude, I made the rounds of EBR, baby.
Yeah. So just know that he is daddy's son.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But you want better for your kids, bro.
I know you do, but
I'm built by the red stick for a reason.
You do. I want better for my kids, but I also want them to get their own life lessons.
Absolutely.
Now, as they father, I'm going to be here to try to soften those lessons.
Absolutely.
But you know what I mean? It got to the point my parents was just I never thought I'd say this, but you might be better off sitting in jail. You know what I mean? That's. But yeah, no, I get it. You want to be a shelter. You want to be a protector. You don't want them to make the same mistakes they made. But in the same breath, the mistakes we made molded us into the men we are today.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we built the built by adversity.
Yeah.
Right. And being led by courage to face those things, being molded into the men we are, and that's every human's journey.
Yep.
And to me, right, and that's what we talked about with our message is what are you built by?
Yep.
Because everybody, you've talked about it, and I grew up nowhere near as rich as Ronnie thinks I did.
See, that's how you know you're rich when you don't even realize how much money you got.
It's not like that, dude.
It is
it's
that.
not like that,
It's
man.
like that.
But either way.
Accept your blessings, man.
I do. Look, I am very grateful. Very grateful. But anyway.
You got at 17 again?
17?
When you were 17, what that was you had got?
For what?
Just to get I think you had made good grades or something.
That was 18. Are you talking about when I graduated?
Yeah.
Summer school?
No. Didn't you get a motorcycle at 17?
No, it was 18.
It was 18?
For graduating from summer school.
Okay. Wow.
It was my summer school present.
Wow. You know what I got? I can't even do that. I had a car.
Don't you start with me.
All right.
Don't you start with me.
Right. Keep going. I'm sorry. I can't make this about me.
But, no matter what, right? No matter what your demographics are, and once again, I'm not naive to the fact that different demographics experience things differently, and bias is present, and things like that. But everybody has the ability to overcome and grow through adversity and be built and molded into the man they are. That is the human journey.
It is. I mean, it's a few feelings like that I could describe, but is no better feeling as a man to go through something, feel it, get the dirt on you, and then come out on the other end like at the car wash.
Absolutely.
Bro. Dude, that's man. That's some man stuff.
Dude, like the what we talk about, like the vulnerability aspect of it, like that's that is a cool part too. Like being able to get to the point where like we have become and been molded by the things, and so it's taught us to be vulnerable.
Yep.
Right? Like be vulnerable in the sense of like missing something with our daughter or our boy.
Yeah.
You know, like
that messed my whole Sunday up, my Monday up, my Tuesday up, my today up.
Welcome to Elevate, a place for people like you, built by people just like you.
We're committed to helping all elevate from the destruction of addiction. I hope I would give somebody who's either new in recovery or that's currently struggling with addictions, today can be the last day that you struggle, the last day that you wonder how you're going to have to chase down that drink, that fix, whatever the case may be for you.
At Elevate, we embody more than treatment. It's about passion, love, understanding, truly being your partner on your path to recovery.
Our staff treats substance abuse and co-occurring mental health disorders with a multidisciplinary approach to best fit our clients' needs. We all just embrace each other. We genuinely care, check up on each other. And it's not an act. You matter. You're more than what you've allowed yourself to assume you were.
When perseverance, hard work, and dedication meets, success happens.
At Elevate, we have a variety of programs to fit our clients' personal needs, such as intensive outpatient, and the aftercare program.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, give us a call. Elevate. Do more than recover. Leave a legacy.
I know. We didn't talk a lot over the weekend.
We didn't, but well, it was crazy with the show. We talked briefly.
Yeah,
on
we definitely
Saturday.
talked. We talked.
And I think you know how the releases be,
Yeah.
so you kind of let me do my thing. But like Sunday, I shut down.
Yeah.
Monday, I shut down. Tuesday, I shut down.
I talked to you Monday.
Yeah.
But it was brief, and you had hurt your back.
Yep.
But
I suck.
you don't suck, bro.
Dude, I tell you what too, and the ADHD kicking in, I'm never working out again before we shoot. I'm just letting y'all know now. If I stand up or if I walk out, I am cramping. I did hams and calves today, right before I came here, and sitting like this, it's not.
Man,
It's not it.
I had a banger session today, dude.
I bet you did.
It was so like I love it.
You still go to that gym where you gotta have a personal trainer to work out there, right?
I work out with a personal trainer, yes.
But you can't work out at that gym unless you got a personal trainer, right? That's the gym you still at?
I have a personal trainer, yes.
Okay. But so we talked briefly Monday. Dude, I'll
throw something at you right now. I got a shoe right here from Sidekicks. A Sidekicks exclusive shoe that will knock you upside your head.
I eat that shoe.
Oh man.
I'm gonna do better now, I promise you.
We all
do better.
I mean, that's part of life, man. Grow it, fail it. Dude, we talk about it.
I know.
We talk about with great success comes failures.
It's just this particular not situation, but this particular part of my life, bro, is I feel like I have to be perfect. Even when you told me like that time you was like, you a great dad, I'm a trying dad.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like this situation needs to be nothing short of perfect because it is such a delicate situation.
I feel that. And like, dude, when you achieve that perfection, do me a favor, make sure you write it down in a book because we will make millions if we figure out how to be perfect parents.
I know.
Because I tell you what, man, I got two boys, and that neither one of them, when neither one of them were born, did a nurse, a doctor, a liaison, anybody hand me a book on how to be a perfect parent.
That's real. That's real.
There's no such thing as it, man.
I just want them to see me the way I see them. And that's, excuse me, golly, that's for all my kids.
Absolutely.
I want them to see me the way I see them. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's there yet. But I'm not giving up. I'm fighting.
I mean, you want them to see you the way you see them.
like as far as like the specialty of them, the effect that they have on my daily life. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just be an afterthought to them. You know what I mean? I don't want them to like think about their dad in just certain situations, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to be on their mental and be important to them. And
I get what you're saying, and I think that this opportunity that we have and the things that we do in our life give us the ability to, because I don't know if my kids will ever or have the capacity to see me the way I see them. Because like
you gotta talk. You gotta talk on this. I need it.
they're mine. Not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not their responsibility. They're my responsibility.
Right.
And my job for me, and I'm only speaking for me, my job is to protect them the best that I can and always remain open for them to come talk to me.
Yes.
I always tell people like I never like some I know people, and look, to each its own, right? To each its own. But I know people who want to raise their kids to be scared of them. I never want my child to be scared of me because I know that at some point in life they're going to go through some shit, and if they're scared of me,
Yep.
they're not going to come talk to me.
Yep.
And so the love that I experience for my children, I think is different than like me and Grayson always have this thing that we joke around, and I think every parent does it, where it's like, I love you, buddy. And he's like, I love you. I'm like, I love you more. And he's like, no, I love you more. And we go back and forth. And I always end it with, and it's maybe messed up, but I always end it with, I'm going to love you even when you hate me.
Yep.
Because children are, I feel like every child goes to that point where they're like, they can't stand, they don't really hate their parents.
But
But
no,
you know,
facts.
they're going through that age of growing up and coming into their own and stuff. And so like, I think like what I want my children to see me as isn't necessarily what I see them as, but I want them to see me like the way I look at my father. Like I always tell myself, like if I could be half the man my father is,
Say that all the time too.
I'll be a great man.
Yep.
I want my kids that like that's how I want them to see
Yep.
me. And I think like this gives us the opportunity like to be vulnerable. Shows them that it's okay to be vulnerable, which shows them love and compassion. Like you talked about, man. You talked about being raised with love. And that's why you are so
Instilled in me at a young age. Yep.
And that's the way I was raised, right? You know, we drifted off and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I look at it. If that checks out.
And speaking of love, I'm finna get married.
You are fitting to get married. Dude.
I was so nervous, bro. But then I started thinking to myself, I was like, so for a long time, if you know me, of course you know this because we talked about it. I didn't believe in marriage. I had a disdain about the institute of
You know
marriage.
what I really like though, dude?
What,
I'm
this-
sorry.
Go use the bathroom. Bro, I'm here. We here for that.
I can like stand up and be like, "What's up?"
What's up? What's up, baby? Huh? Yeah. Dude, they're crazy. Just a little studio flex.
You know?
Don't worry about this, y'all. And now back to your regular scheduled programming.
Squirrel. Dude, we have so many ADD moments. Every
You
episode.
gotta be looking for a squirrel now. They
All right, you're getting married.
I'm
You had-
getting married.
I'm so sorry about that.
No,
by the
you
way.
good. You good. That helps, that clears the air. I had a disdain about the Institute of Marriage. But then, I did a lot of, so of course, this is my second time being married.
Right.
But I'm not in that place no more mentally.
No,
And so I never understood.
you're not even that man.
I'm not even that man. And so I never understood when people was like, they too young to get married. Because I'm like, ain't no age on marriage, but I think they more so meant as far as like the thought process and what it take to keep a marriage. But I did some foul stuff in my first marriage.
Especially in today's
Yes.
society,
Yes.
it's tough.
So I think, I think this time, bro, I know this time I am mentally and spiritually aware enough to know, like, okay, we're gonna keep God in the middle,
Yeah.
and then everything else gonna work itself out. And I mean, shit, we've been together so long now. It's like,
I don't know if you
man,
remember my relationships
mm,
education.
I do.
And so like I'll tell you this, right? Like so the basis of it is that we always are looking for our other half,
Yep.
right? And when we're trying to find the other half, it never works out, right? Because we end up, not coinciding, right? Sprite. Um and so a beautiful relationship is when one whole person meets another whole person and they come together. And I always described it as like a lunar or solar eclipse, right? Where the whole sun and the whole moon pass in front of each other to create this beautiful image.
Yep.
And that's what a beautiful relationship is like when a person who has done work on themselves to become whole. They haven't looked for someone else to make them whole. They made themselves whole. And then, I'm gonna come back. Hold on. So they make themselves whole, and the person that they're in a relationship with makes them whole, and they come together. Well, so I was thinking about it, dude. So my sixth grade graduation song. I played it last night. I still remember every word of it, and
Who was it?
it was Whitney Houston's "The Greatest Love of All."
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah. And so I like as I've gotten older, I've always like gone back through these periods where I listen to it and like still to this day I remember every word of it, but like it always has a different meaning. And so like that ability to like knowing what it is, right? The greatest love of all is easy to achieve, right? Learning to love oneself is the greatest, right? Like you know these words,
I
man.
love that song.
And so like that's the beauty of what's transpiring in beautiful relationships is like learning to love yourself allows you to experience that love someone else has.
Yes.
And so, like that is like what comes to mind when I see or when we talk or when I talk with other people about relationships and how they are going through relationships and how they feel about relationships. Like I feel like when you get to that point where you have a disdain for relationships, that's a lack of love for yourself.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's because I say, I did stuff that I wasn't proud of. That wasn't me. I was instilled with love, and I was raised to see what a woman should be treated like or how you should make your woman feel. And I was the total opposite of that in my first. I was the total opposite of that. But of course, it was a lot of drugs, a lot
Right.
of alcohol, a lot of selfish behavior. Lack of self love and things like that. And then even when I got with Kayla, like I talked about, it's just not allowing people in.
Right.
And
that's
not
because
loving
you were,
myself
I mean,
enough.
I'm not going to say, I know when I get to that point where I don't allow people in, it's because something inside me is fractured, right? And so as I heal that fractured part of me, it allows different love to come in. And like, I think that goes back to like the relationship with your kids, right? Like, as I'm fractured, I put a lot of pressure on my kids to love me and give me purpose versus when I'm whole,
Right.
it's not their responsibility to make me. I feel like that's one of the most selfish things a parent can do is find their joy through their kids because that's a lot of pressure to put on a kids. Right? A kid's supposed to just be a kid.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to spend their whole life on learning, man, I have to do right in order to give my parents
Right,
love
right.
or in order to give my parents
That's not
joy.
fair for sure.
All right.
But I do get joy out of putting joy on my kids.
Absolutely.
And seeing them happy. Like, it just hit different.
Absolutely.
It hit different. But I get to that aspect of what you were saying, like, you got to be a baseball player and get us out of the trenches.
Yeah, which is like the gray area that we talk about. Like it's not all. It doesn't have to all be black or white. But and look, we're honestly at the end of the day, we're just two guys who are just trying to figure this life out and
living a dream though in a fire studio.
Fire studio, man.
I might have me one of them cold waters over there too.
I'm definitely gonna have me a cold water.
Got the mini Sprites and stuff like that.
Sprite.
Oh, tell that story.
So
Tell that story so that people won't think I'm crazy. And I just bust out laughing when you said Sprite when I was making the S with my hands.
So we go to this restaurant, and they served Mexican food, and
Real Mexican.
real Mexican food, and so you can, like, really only the owner speaks English, and so like most of the servers speak Spanish, and so you have to, I know how to place my order, and it's probably butchered. They probably laugh at me, but they get the point, right? And so they come up, and Ronnie's trying to order a Sprite, and he's fumbling around, and this dude goes, Sprite, and I was like.
I need to learn Spanish, bro. But I'm gonna stand by this. I go to any Mexican restaurant and order a burger. I'm sorry, America. Mexicans got the burger game on lock.
On lock?
On lock. You hear me? I am a burger connoisseur. And any Mexican, you tell them Sidekicks and Built by the Red Stick and Ryan LaDuff sent you. Any Mexican restaurant you go to, I guarantee you that burger gonna be fire.
I'm not gonna lie, I would not know.
You should try it.
But I love Mexican food, and I can't.
I'm telling you should try it.
I can't do it.
Dude, it'll change your life.
I can't.
What did you got to lose?
Missing out on the authentic food that I want. I can get a burger anywhere.
Not like that.
Maybe one day. Maybe. But see, man. You know this about me. I'm not a burger connoisseur. I'm a meat and ketchup only guy. No cheese.
But you ain't. But that's only because you hadn't had a Mexican prepped burger.
I don't like cheese, bro.
You ain't gotta get with cheese.
I don't like onions.
You lactose intolerant?
No.
I am. And I don't even accept it. I accept it now, but I still eat dairy. Bro.
Hard head. Oh. That dude hard headed, bro.
Soft poop. Hard head, soft running. Not to get too graphic.
Yeah. So you're lactose intolerant and still eat the hell out of some dairy.
Dude, what?
Like bad lactose intolerant?
Yes, it's like so right now if this was ice cream and I ate it, I wouldn't bet 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like enough time for it to get in my system, I'm gone.
But see that's my thing is like I don't think I could ever truly appreciate a burger like anywhere because I'm just a bland burger guy, dude. Like I'll put some bacon on that thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll throw some bacon on that
the
thing.
way that thing gonna be seasoned.
That's where it's at, though.
That's where it's at. It's the flavor of the patty, the way they cook it. Look, I'm going to get. Maybe we're going to get Mexican.
What's your favorite restaurant, bro?
Or
favorite type of food? Jack in
the Box. What? Don't judge me. Jack in the Box. That's not a restaurant. That's not a restaurant.
So your favorite place, like if somebody's like, hey man, I'm taking you out for your birthday, your choice, where you want to go?
Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box either in Brownsville on Plank Road or South Choctaw and Airline. That's the best two Jack in the Box in Baton Rouge. Jack in the Box.
This dude said Jack in the Box.
Yeah. Now if you forcing me to be an adult and be like, where you want to go eat for your birthday? I have to say Zia's in Town Center.
I love some Zia's,
Duck empanadas.
Duck empanadas.
Big burgers. the duck empanadas is fire.
And
they barbecue
not sponsored either. We're not sponsored by Zia's. It's okay.
You might need to get with us.
Zia. Hey, look. Hey. Look, a good sponsorship is some maybe once every 2 weeks some duck empanadas, man. We'll shout you out.
They come with 4 with a little sauce and a little. Oh my God,
dude! I worked at Zia's at one point.
I know you told me. You used to be eating a pluck out that duck.
Boy, they used to get so mad at me.
Oh, man, cook 5 and one. Got to eat one.
Dude, I remember when you didn't even eat steak when we would go to a steakhouse.
That's real. And this a true story. A good friend of mine, friends, Tom and Kel, right? We at my sponsor house. And every weekend, like when I don't have a release, of course, we get over there, watch sports, do our little thing or whatever, barbecue, cook, whatever. So this particular weekend, we all go get $40 piece steaks. Great cut. And I proceed to put Totino's chip dip cheese on it. The best steak I ever had in my life. Yes, medium rare. It was juicy and cheesy. And then, needless to say, I ended up on the toilet, not because of the steak, but because I ate all that cheese. But they refused to cook me another steak after that, and they don't.
Why you put Totino's cheese?
And I don't know, probably the same reason I used to use toilet water to put stuff in my arm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I did it. And guess what? We wouldn't have internet if the man wouldn't take a chance. I'm telling you,
I'm not doing. I'm not.
You hadn't lived.
No, I'm not.
hadn't
I
lived.
am not taking a great cut of meat, cooked to perfection on a charcoal grill.
Yes.
Charcoal grill, best way to
Yes,
do it.
best way to do it.
Best way to do it.
Yes.
And pouring Tostitos cheese.
Chip dip, not just cheese.
Like
Not
I
just
might
any
put some.
regular
I
cheese.
might put some lump crab meat on that thing.
Lump crab meat.
Yeah, I'm not putting shrimp on it.
What's the difference between crab meat and lump?
I don't know. I just see it sometimes.
It's really a thing, lump.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the difference
You
is.
hadn't lived.
Might put some butter on it. I'm not putting Tostitos cheese dip.
Not cheese. Chip dip.
What is chip dip?
It's a cheesy chip dip. But you saying it like it's just some regular degular. It's
I'm not putting cheese on my steak, period.
bro, it's so good. It's so
Put
good.
it on your baked potato or something.
Oh, that's good too. With some sour cream.
I guess.
Dude, I flooded. They were so mad at me. They still
They
don't
should
talk.
be
They
mad at
still
you.
barely talk to me
They
over
should be.
there. It was so good.
I'm never. I can already imagine. Ronnie, let's go to a steak dinner. We go to steak dinner. We sit down. Server comes up. Hello, gentlemen. What can I get you at this lovely establishment
The
today?
little napkin on
Yeah,
there.
you,
Little
I got
napkin on
playing
there.
that thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'll take a one of your finest crisp waters because you know we on our
With
water.
some lemon, got to keep that skin right.
All right, they come back. They come back
back.
at. We get maybe an appetizer or something.
Yep. Duck.
And so maybe some duck empanadas.
Yup.
Yeah, I know. So but that's not. But they come back and they're like, "Have y'all had time to peruse?"
I didn't even know they use that word.
I don't think they
You
do.
gotta take me there.
I don't think they do. And they had time to view the menu. Yeah. I tell them, I want New York strip. That's my favorite cut.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good New York strip. So I'm gonna take. I'll take the New York strip. Medium rare, closer. With maybe whatever the side is, maybe
Some asparagus. or
asparagus,
something.
maybe some roasted red potatoes
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, Yeah.
Maybe a Caesar salad on that
Okay.
thing. I'm getting hungry right now as
I'm
we talk
telling
about.
you,
Dude, I hadn't ate.
Taylor, you hear this, huh? We're gonna eat this.
I hadn't eaten since I went to the gym, and so I'm starving right now.
Oh, my God.
I'm starving. But anyway, so they come to Ronnie and they're like, "Sir, what can I get for you?" And he's like, "I'll take let's say he goes with the filet
Ooh, that's
filet
expensive.
mignon."
Talk your talk.
Yeah, so he gets the filet. How you getting it cooked?
Medium rare.
Medium rare, sir.
I love
What
it.
kind of sides we getting?
We're gonna take some. We're gonna take some roasted red potatoes
Roasted red potatoes,
and some steamed broccoli.
steamed broccoli. My man.
Yeah.
And so they bring out this beautiful cut,
Beautiful cut.
cooked to
Glistening,
perfection.
glazed.
Just sizzling when
Sizzling.
it comes to the table. And Ronnie gonna pull this dude aside talking about, "Hey man, you got some Tostitos cheese dip so I can pour on my steak?"
Cheese dip, Totitas chip dip that just happened to be cheesy. It is a difference, Mike. You are disrespecting the dip.
You disrespecting the steak.
Hey man.
What are we doing?
Oh, bro, that thing was so good.
No,
That
no.
thing was so good. I was moving.
What are
all
we
the way.
doing?
It was so good. I'm just
This dude's-
trying one time.
No, this dude's
Once.
built by a cheese dip.
Yes, Lord. I'm cheesy.
Dude, you know what one of my favorite commercials is?
What's that?
Is the football Cheez-Its commercial where it's like, Coach, I woke up feeling the
Oh, yeah, I woke up
cheesiest.
feeling the cheese. I always used to say that. I woke up feeling the cheesiest. Man, so yes, cheese on your steak. Sponsored by me.
If y'all
I approve this message.
Look, if y'all want to flood the comment section telling Ronnie how disrespectful
Good it is.
he is, I support that call.
So you telling me that I'm disrespectful by putting cheese on the meat, but the butcher wasn't disrespectful by taking that cow away from his family?
We're not gonna
Mic
do that.
drop.
We're not gonna do
Mic
that.
drop.
We're not gonna do that. So
Mic
you don't
drop.
enjoy steak.
What you said? What you?
You don't enjoy steak.
How we got on this?
You don't enjoy steak.
How we got on this? You remember when I didn't even eat steak? I went my whole life without it. I was good
You
and
ain't
healthy.
eat, you ain't eat ribs. That's different.
That's beef. I eat beef ribs.
Which,
I mean,
which is cow.
pork ribs. But I can't knock 'cause of my blood pressure. Yeah, I was good, but I do eat a lot
Hamburger.
of burgers. I do eat a lot of burgers. I'm sorry. Moo.
So you can't even get this hamburger, bro. Man, so what's your week looking like, man?
So I finally get to be in town for a little bit.
Okay.
I do have a speaking engagement. Of course, this have been an aired. I mean, after the engagement, but I do got some speaking engagements that I'm booked for. And then I'll be out of town at the end of the month, speaking at facilities again. September was great. It was Recovery Month. And then right before that, it was Overdose Awareness Day. We had some suicide awareness week, I think it was, as well. So yeah, man, August, September has been great. Looking forward to another great October. My football team, though.
Your football team's trash. I'm not even going to go there. But
Thank
you
you.
brought something up that I wanted to highlight. I don't know if you saw it. I saw the Facebook post yesterday. I don't know. I don't know when it was. Local organization, been doing a lot of work.
Yes.
Got suicide prevention call signs.
What was the name of it again? The local thing you was talking about? That's the people you ran into, right?
No,
not them? Okay, I'm sorry. My bad, my bad.
But this they got signs like street signs put up with the suicide prevention hotline number.
Oh,
40 of them put across Baton Rouge.
that's
man.
fire. That's, man, we need it. We need it. And again, I always say, man, reach out, please. We come on here and we have fun, and we laugh and we get vulnerable. But like I always say, we make jokes. You know what I mean?
We also recognize the
Yes.
severity of the mental health crisis,
100%.
and opioid and addiction crisis that's going on.
100%.
Which I'll give my flowers. I'm in the flower giving mood
Let's go.
because I made a reference, and it's not where I want it to be. But Louisiana did just raise its reimbursement rate for substance abuse treatment,
Look at God.
which is a powerful thing. It's going to give places the ability to train their staff better,
Yes.
get hire more staff.
Yes.
It's gonna give us the ability to do even better
To
things.
get more equipped.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people here, for you example, you own a treatment facility and you hear, you've been hearing people excited about the reimbursement rate being raised. It's not so they can put more money in their pocket. It's so that they can expand the resources used
Absolutely.
to treat the clients better. Doctors, better nurses, better training for this. You know what I mean?
And I'm not gonna get too far into it because it's honestly a wormhole of conversation that we can get to. But the reimbursement rate going up for true professionals in this field who want to help has absolutely zero to do with lining their pockets. It has to do with being able to pay my staff more.
Yep.
It has to do with being able to support my staff with trainings that they want to do that we can now facilitate for them to be more equipped to deal with crises.
Yes.
Because of the policies that have gone into effect on how to treat substance abuse. The crossover between mental health and substance abuse has become so enmeshed that sometimes a counselor's primary specialty is on addiction, not mental health. And so when those mental health cases, because it's so enmeshed, come into play, it's hard for them to deal with. And so these resources, and like I said, it's not where I want it to be.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of people out there fighting on the front line to improve, and I am immensely grateful for them. But it's going to give us the ability to expand our resource and create that positive impact that needs to happen.
100%. I'm here for it, baby.
Because dude, there's so much destruction out there with mental health and addiction, man. And I know that we've been all over the place for this episode, which I think is good because I mean it's just been fun. It's just been us chit chatting, but to reel it back in, man. Like I made the statement in an episode, like, why can't Baton Rouge, why can't Louisiana be on the forefront of something? And I had a conversation today with somebody who does a lot of work with legislation and stuff like that. And I actually brought up that I had made that comment, and because she had brought up the fact that Louisiana's trying to do some really cool things in the mental health field that'll
love it.
put us on the forefront.
I love it.
And put us being inspirational nationwide, man. Because anybody who knows Louisiana knows that a lot of times we're ranked last at what you want to be ranked first in, and we're ranked first in what you want to be last at.
Yep.
And so for us to really create some positive impact, man, is really cool. And on another subject, I went to Walmart, and this is what you were talking about. I ran into, man, I'm drawing a blank on
Is it like lead?
Lead, or I think it was lead or something like that. And it was, they were asking for donations, and look, man, I have no problem, making donations to causes that are near and dear to me, man. And it was, it was bringing awareness and education to mental health and drug abuse in school systems.
Yep.
Which is really cool, man. I'm hoping to link up with them and try to, maybe do something with us and maybe see if we can get them on here. That'd be really cool.
That'd be so fun because that's our babies, bro. That's our future. That's our future. When they took Dare out to schools, for whatever reasons, I don't know. I'm not in,
I wasn't
politics.
a fan of Dare.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Somebody. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. Right
I feel, and look, once again, opinion.
Yeah.
Opinion, not fact. I feel like a scare tactic to kids that are already going through that rebellious stage isn't the most efficient.
I used to like that little fire truck dog that used to drive by itself.
Yeah, look,
you know what I'm talking about? Not the dog. They had the little fire truck thing that used to come, and it'll be driving by itself and dancing and like leaning side to side and stuff.
I don't remember that. I love how you remember that though.
You don't remember that?
I don't.
Oh, they ain't had that in private school.
Ronnie LaDuff, Michael Oakley, built by the Red Stick. No, man. I think another exquisite episode with my guy.
Fire. We got vulnerable. I let my daughter down.
You did.
I promise you it might happen again, but I promise you I'll try to minimize it. Naya, love you. Sorry. We got your bike back.
We got my bike back.
BRPD got your bike back.
BRPD.
Reimbursement rates raised. We joked. We laughed. We almost cried.
We introduced the fire new studio.
Studio.
Look, I know.
Fire new studio.
We said it a couple episodes again. I'm going to say it again, man. If y'all need anything done, hit my boy Ken Rea.
Ken.
But, his company is Rea Media Group. You can find him on Facebook. If you want to come record in this fire,
weddings, he do videography,
he does so much.
He do photography.
If
media.
You want to start your own podcast and you want to come to this fire studio and be treated like a professional doing this,
and also be his second favorite podcast.
Yeah, you're going to be a second favorite. Ken, we're putting everybody on notice. We're your favorite.
We are number one. We don't
want to hear nothing about it,
yes.
man.
Yes.
Another fire episode, my brother. I love you.
Love you too, bro. And don't forget, we announced the winners. We announced the contest.
It's open.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, DM the keyword. Keyword is built by Sidekicks.
Remember, this is not the episode.
This is not the episode. This is just the announcement.
This is the announcement of the contest is open. So you need to be. This episode airs October 11th. From October 11th to the end of November, one of those episodes is going to drop that key phrase. And
be listening.
Tell
them be listening.
You can have a fresh pair of sidekicks, man. Now, look, the question is, and I'm going to put you on the spot.
Put me on the spot.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put sidekicks on the spot.
Yeah.
Can they get them early?
Yes. What? That is the whole, that's the beauty of it. So I didn't say that. You don't have to wait to release date. So if the shoe come out in November, let's just say we just using November 23rd because they got a big release that day.
Yeah.
The shoe come out November 23rd, holler at me November 1st.
You heard it here
Between
first.
me and you.
You heard it here first, baby.
Holler at me November 1st if that's the ones you choose. But as always, bud, it's always love.
Always.
And for our subscribers, our future subscribers, the likes, the comments, the shares, we see y'all. We appreciate y'all. We are just fulfilled with love, positivity, and peace. And as always, we're going to be at the same time, at the new same place, with the same producer, baby. Built by the Red Stick, built by adversity, led by courage.
Built different, baby.